What's going on YouTube? What's him here yet again with another tuning video for Forza 6. And as you can see, this time we've got the Honda NSX 2005 model. And this car is a bit of a revelation really. It's not the quickest, but it handles like a dream. It is incredible actually. It's got such incredible mechanical grip, and the extra bit of downforce on it as well just makes it unbelievable around high downforce circuits, particularly Prague. It destroys most cars, other than the Alfa Stradale because that's VP. Other than that, it will beat just about anything else around Prague if you're decent with the game. I've got a fairly top time in it, I think, around Prague. I can't remember what it is. I think it's top 20 or top 30 time around Prague, and this thing is insane. So with that being said, let's get to the tune. Now, standard engine with this, I believe. Yep, there's no need for any, Interesting, you can put a Ferrari 458 engine in it. That engine is ridiculous. That's got a ridiculous amount of power, but I don't think you really get that in many cars in A-class, to be honest. But that'd be an interesting thing to try in the future, just for future reference. We don't have. Oh, we do. We do have a positive displacement suture. I understand. Okay, the reason why I have that on, and I can tell you why. This tune is actually inspired by a friend of mine who showed me this car and thought, well, it might be a try his tune. And there is a fault in Forza where if you download someone's tune and they have the centrifugal supercharger put on it, if you then go to retune the same car, you cannot then apply the centrifugal supercharger. Like, you put it on, like you there, here it says that the thing's on. I'll press A. There we go. Go out the thing, and we're back to 700 again. You see, it's a fault in the game. Let's just do that once more time so you can see it. Look at the PI rating, A693. Applied. Go out of it. 700 again. It's a fault in the game. It's been a fault in the game for a while, and it's still in the game. So turn 10. Come on, sort this out. Troubleshooting. Come on. Anyway, that's a minor thing. So we have the positive displacement supercharger on. We've got full downforce, I believe. Yep, full downforce package. We also have race tyres. As you can see, this is one of my higher handling rated cars. 6.2 on handling, 6.2 on braking. This thing is set up purely for handling, really. It's not that quick. You're not going to be able to use it on high power tracks. Anything with a decent length straight, anything that requires a lot of acceleration, this is not your car. But like I say, high downforce tracks that have a real good rhythm to them, that require constant power through corners and a constant flow, this car is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So race tyres, widest race tyres, only 315s. That's not really that wide, to be honest. It's wide enough, don't get me wrong. I could probably take them down if I want to make the thing quicker. That might be something I'll look to do in the future, but we'll see. And on the front we've got 245s. That's quite narrow really, but as you can see, it doesn't really do much to the brain. I mean, I think you could probably run this on pretty narrow tyres and it would still be incredible. I mean, that's probably something I will look to do, like I say. Oh, and we have the heavy wheels and the other. How wide are they actually? We should probably check that. Oh, they're the same. I haven't widened these at all. As you can see, they're pretty low profile tyres as it is. I like all of my tyres to be low profile. So that's more. I perhaps have it there usually, but it's set to there. It's fine. Looking at the clutch, we have standard clutch. We have standard gearbox, stock transmission. We have stock driveline, and we have a racing diff. So that's different to most of my setups. Just a diff. I've clearly tried other things here, but stuck to that. Got racing brakes, of course. We have. These will all be done. Whether I've got a roll, I haven't got a roll cage in. That's not necessary for this. Of course, it's not. And all the weight's taken out. So race, and all the weight's taken out. But that isn't. Engine-wise, let's have a look now. We don't have an air filter. We do not have a fuel system. These are all stock. Stock ignition. We do have a race exhaust. It takes off so much weight and gives you decent power advantage. No camshaft. Stock valves. Stock engine block. Racing pistons. Stock supercharger. stock intercooler, stock cooling, and stock flow. See, parts wise, this car doesn't require a lot. It is all about the tune. Now it handles brilliantly to start out with, so I've just catered it to my driving style, and like I say, it's given me great results. So let's get to that and see what I've done. 28, I'm going to change it to 27.5 right now, because I know for a fact that that's something that I've learned that's better on the game. So, as I say, this tune's probably about 2 weeks old, and I've been tuning a lot since, and I'm learning more about what the precise things are with the game now. So 27.5 is where you want your PSI to be. As you can see, it's a stock gearbox, so we can't touch that. We've got the front camber set to -2.2, and rear camber set to -0.9. I might actually retune this car. I'm not sure. Looking at it right now, I think I can change a few things in it. Front camber. Sorry, front toe. We have 0.02 positive camber out, and rear camber we have -0.1. That's fairly standard. That's new. That shows you that this car has got a lot of front end grip from doing that to it. I mean, that's just to make the front end really responsive. I guess I know why that is. We'll find out. That's something to do with the rebound, which we'll see in a minute. Caster 5.4. I didn't want to do that. Sorry. We've got the anti-roll bars again, which I said in my last video. These are kind of the limits I stick to. It's 30.1. 24.6. That's just over what I said it was, but it's around there. That's kind of one of the stiffer setups you'll see. Springs we've got set to 540 and 687. Now they will be set to as the calculation is on all the videos, and I will say it again just to remind everyone. You take the weight of the car, you times it by 0 point whatever the weight bias is to the front of the car. So on that, I think this is something like maybe 40 something, 45. I'm going to say 45. Not sure. But it's 45% to the front, say, so it's the weight of the car times 0.45, divide that by 2, and that will give you your front springs, and then you do the same for the rear. You just put on the remaining weight bias for the rear, so it'd be 55, 45 for the front, 55 for the rear. So weight times 0.55, divide that by 2, and that gives you that number. Ride height I've left where it is. Not sure why I've done that. I think it's because this car. Do you know? I'm looking at this tune now. I'm thinking I can change a lot of things. This is the interesting thing about tuning cars on here. I mean, I wanted to set this tune a few weeks ago, but I haven't really used it too much since. And this is a very different tune to most of my other tunes. But looking at it right now, it's amazing because in the couple of weeks that have gone past, I've learned so much in terms of what I prefer on a car now that I'm looking at this and thinking I would change a few things. Now whether that would make it quicker would be interesting to find out. I may make a separate video after this, a follow-up video after this, where we can see what it would be like right now and what it would be like afterwards. I don't think it would be too much difference because this thing handles great full stop, but it would be interesting. So yeah, that's stock. That must be stock. 4.9 on both. I've not moved that clearly. Now here we are, rebound stiffness. This is the really interesting thing about a car, a mid-engine car, where the weight bias is heavily weighted to the rear. You have to adjust the way you do your rebounds, and you need more rebound on the rear than you do on the front, because that's where the weight needs to be supported. That's where you need more response from the car, and it gives you a much different driving experience as well. You can feel that the rear is kind of steering the car. It's anchoring the car through the corners, and it's a much better feel actually. It feels like a real proper race car feel, rather than when you have a heavy engined, heavy front engine car like an American muscle car. They still handle well, and you still feel that they're great cars, but I don't know, it doesn't have that same flow, it doesn't have that same power through the corners. This is why the Alfa Stradale on the game is so amazing, because it weighs nothing, and all of the weight bias is to the rear, and it's just got this amazing ability to just power through corners. It hits the apex so well, and you can just power. That's why that thing sets such incredible times, and that's why it's ridiculously overpowered. But anyway, so here we have 8.6 on the front and 6 on the back. That's fairly standard in terms of where they are. But yeah, I've got obviously one difference between them. 1.0 difference between them. I mean, that's kind of, you can play around with that to see what you like. I think I kind of settled on that because I was playing around with it so much I just kind of got lost with it when I was tuning it. I remember that now. And you see the bump is kind of, you know, standard as all my cars. Downforce, I've taken downforce off, as you can see, because this thing is just, it handles that well. You don't need that much downforce. You just need a little bit. I could probably take more off, to be honest. But we've got 70 and 172. I mean, it's got quite high downforce on the rear standard. 172 sounds quite high. So, you know, that's showing you quite a lot. Brakes, set to the usual, what I do, what I like. 48% and 90% pressure. And we have the diff set to 76% on both. That's slightly lower than usual because this thing has a little bit less power. So it's not really necessary for you to, in my opinion, to have quite a high diff like that. The car keeps itself behaved. And that's it in terms of the numbers we've currently got. As I say, I've gone through this tune now. And like I say, I would change a few things. So this will be interesting. I'll tell you what, give this car a try. I will retune it, and I'll put the second tune up there. I'll make a video to compare the two. And we'll see where we go. Because I really don't know if I can improve on that. I mean, I haven't touched the car, like I say, in a couple of weeks. It'll be interesting to find out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Do try this car. It is very good around, like I say, high downforce tracks. It is beautiful around a bit, but do not use it around power tracks. If you use it around anything like Bathurst, it'll be great around the twisty section on Bathurst. As soon as you get to the straight, you're going to get destroyed. Don't use it around Silverstone. Don't use it around Road America. Don't use it around anything that requires a sustained amount of power. But do use it around the Alps. That's fine. Do use it around Prague. Maybe Lime Rock. It'd be good round the club circuit on Atlanta, Road Atlanta. That'd be good. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please do leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.